SportsCenter is brought to you by Bud Light. If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. And by McDonald's. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Chicago reached 100 points for the first time in 6 games. Still not enough. Sacramento wins it 103-101.
One other late NBA game. The Blazers a 10-point lead over Dallas, 62-52 midway through the third quarter.
Tune in following the Monday night game. We'll be here. Live coverage of the game and post-game interviews. Primetime's next.
Of NFL Primetime, and we're marching in. Town Phil Cox was looking for help after a hostile homecoming in Cleveland. It wasn't a weekend at Bernie's as Cowboy fans looked on in despair. Bills fans were on the lookout for Thurman Thomas. The Jets went back 25 years and had that winning look. So did the Dolphins, who went to a 39-year-old quarterback. Could lightning strike the Raiders twice? Did the G-men have what it takes to beat Philly twice? The Steelers ran into thin air in Denver. We've got a full plate cooking, so strut your stuff and join us on Primetime next. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Chris Berman. Welcome to Week 12 of NFL Primetime. A dozen weeks of NFL football, none of them wackier or harder to figure out than this one. So, can't do this alone. I need my wise folks to help me figure this out. Tom Jackson, Robin Roberts, and we've got plenty to show you and some highlights I think that will surprise you. Sunday Night Football on ESPN. The tie says it all. The Minnesota Vikings against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A thrilling matchup in the NFC North Division from one of our favorite sites in the NFL, the Big Sombrero. And Tampa Bay, yeah, they had fantasies in mind, like a Super Bowl berth. How about a win? How about a pick? Milton Mack makes the pick on Sean Salisbury. And he stakes the Bucs to a 13-7 lead in the first play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter, 16-10 Bucs. Craig Erickson. Horace Copeland. He fights. He doesn't quite get in, but just 2 plays later. Vince Workman, my way back to you, babe. In the end zone, touchdown. Dennis Green's team has all of a sudden lost 3 of their last 4. I mean, they win at Mile High. They lose at the Big Sombrero. What a week Week 12 was in the National Football League. The Buccaneers win at 23-10, getting set for next week's Bay of Pigs game at Green Bay. Next week, here on ESPN Sunday Night Football, the Houston Oilers are back in first place in the AFC Central, tied with the Steelers at 6-4. They meet in the Dome at 8 next Sunday night, 5 on the West Coast. We're ready for NFL Primetime. We've got plenty to show you. Of course, the topic of discussion in his first start for the Dallas Cowboys. How did Bernie do wearing number 18 for Big D? Meanwhile, how are the folks treating an absence of Bernie in Cleveland? The Browns, Oilers, plenty more coming up.
What's in the bag? Lunch. Quarter pound of cheese, fries. Kick you for it. First one that misses. I know. Watches the winner eat. Barefoot. Helmet on backwards. Split the uprights. Through the tunnel. Hook it. Off the stone guy. Split the uprights.
These guys are good.
Off the freeway. Through the tunnel. Off the scoreboard. Split the uprights.
You have any idea why Duracell batteries last so long?
Why they last so long?
Yes.
I can never explain why. I'm not a sort of an engineer, but it's all we carry. And never got a complaint.
That's good enough for us, Mike.
Duracell. No other battery lasts longer.
Hold it, hold it, hold it. Good morning, sir. You know, sir, it is a privilege to be working for someone so intelligent and forceful, kind, you're warm. What's wrong with the presentation? You forgot to change the figures? Yes, I did.
If you talk to Ellen, the hired concierge, she can get some new acetates,
And you can continue to be fawning, bootlicking, and employed.
That's fair. Who'd have thought you'd have to prepare your presentation twice?
Great tie, sir.
I hate it.
Me too. Hyatt. We've thought of everything.
For
feast on a traditional rivalry Thanksgiving Day. Texas A&M, Thursday only on ESPN.
NFL Primetime is brought to you by McDonald's. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today. And by new loose fit Dockers. Nobody does pants like Dockers.
Ouch, Pep. When we return on this edition of NFL Primetime, Bledsoe returned for the Pats. What did he do in DeBerg and the Dolphins? Stay with us.
The Bowflex Pro, rated superior to Nordicflex and Soloflex by Consumer Reports. Call Bowflex right now for your free comparison video. And you'll see why Bowflex is simply your best choice. Bowflex is faster and easier to use. Bowflex is more effective and offers about twice as many exercises than other machines. Bowflex is more affordable and is backed by a lifetime warranty. So go ahead, call right now and ask for your free comparison video. And we'll also send you this free brochure that will help you get all the facts. And you can make your own comparison. Bowflex is simply better, it's more effective, easier, and more affordable. All you have to do is pick up the phone and let us show you why Bowflex is the right machine for you. Go ahead, make your own comparison, and call Bowflex right now.
This year, you can vote for who gets to play in the Pro Bowl.
And if you luck out, you can score a trip for two to see the game in Hawaii.
Or you could win big with prizes from Radio Shack.
But first, you should vote on who gets to play. Remember, your picks count along with players and coaches, so be sure to vote and go.
Who knows, maybe we'll see you at the game.
Pick up your Pro Bowl vote and go ballot at Radio Shack, NFL stadiums, or in USA Today. Imagine your favorite football players will do anything to get your vote.
I tell you, some guys have all the fun. Welcome back to NFL Primetime. Steve DeBerg, less than 3 weeks ago, he was cut, the 39-year-old quarterback was, by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was cut on a Monday. He came to the team's Wednesday meeting, kind of surprising Sam Weish and company, said, I'd like to address the ball club. Said to the team, I've had a great run in pro football. I hope that all you out there, meaning his ex-teammates, the Buccaneers, have as much fun and as good a ride as I have. It was a classy move by a classy guy. He thought he was done for his career. But 2.5 weeks later, where did we find DeBerg? A drive across Alligator Alley. What a long, strange trip it's been, as DeBerg now quarterbacking the 7-2 Miami Dolphins. Here he was, week 1 as a Buccaneer, and they figured he had aged so much, I mean, you just take a look at him, that they had to cut him. But a new face-on in Miami, and DeBerg, the 4th quarterback employed this year by Don Shula. But he was looking at a youngster, Drew Bledsoe, to Kevin Turner, then to Ben Winter Coates, and then to Vincent Ultimate Brisby on the sidelines. System with a field goal. Parcells and the Patriots up 3-0. The first quarter, a lot of yards, only 3 points, which would be kind of frustrate a young team. As for Steve DeBerg, he was a bit off in the first half. Oh, he finds Keith Jackson, but Harlan Barnett finds him too. And the Dolphins trail at 3-0 at the half. Third quarter, we're tied at 3. The Patriots get a break. Cross tips the pass, but Kevin Turner comes up with it between 3 Dolphins. Then Bledsoe. Nice touch to Michael Timpson. Loses the helmet, keeps the ball, and that sets up ex-Patriots kicker Scott Sisson, who now leads the league in missed field goals with 9. The Bill says, come here, son. Fish get it going at 6-3 Pats in the 4th quarter. And DeBerg's starting to feel his way a little bit. And, oh, let me tell you about Keith Jackson. Makes the catch, makes a move on Harlan Barnett for a big gain. And that leads to DeBerg to Keith Byers. Floats it out. Byers, a fine receiver, and the Dolphins have the 10-6 lead. I mean, he's not a wide receiver, but he's caught a ball in at least 97 straight games. The Fish up 10-6. DeBerg, a play-action fake to Mark Higgs. Irving Fryer slicing through the defense for a touchdown. 17-6. This is what Bergie does.
Yeah, DeBerg, another one of those quarterbacks, a master of the play-action fake, and what that does is pulls the safety over to the right side of your screen. Corner gets no help, results a touchdown.
Well, the Patriots get a touchdown, try the onside kick. It bounces, it bumbles. And, oh, Nelly, there he is again. Keith Jackson falls on the football. And, oh, Bill Parcells. I mean, the Patriots are now 1-9. They've lost 5 straight, but their last 4 losses have been by a total of 11 points. Give the Dolphins credit. Their fourth quarterback they've used, DeBerg the third starter. They are now 8-2. DeBerg's number 16 of 27, 252, no interceptions. Oh, by the way, people forget Steve DeBerg is the 10th leading passer of all time, more yards than Warren Moon and Brody and Tittle and Dawson, for example. But DeBerg did pretty well. Didn't light him up, but certainly helped the Dolphins.
Well, Chris, we talked about it this morning. What does Steve DeBerg bring to your offense? First of all, he's a winner. He makes it easy to get comfortable with the offense. Didn't take him long to figure out that Dolphin offense, going to keep Jackson and Fryer deep down the field, and no turnovers today. We said this morning, he's not a guy who's going to make a lot of mistakes.
DeBerg said that trying to figure out the Miami playbook was the toughest assignment that he had, but he's working day, afternoon, night. Their next game is Thursday on Thanksgiving against the Dallas Cowboys, but DeBerg so far 1-0, and the Dolphins, best record in football at 8-2. As we go inside the numbers, oh, those New England Patriots. Last four games, I mean, the defense, they've allowed 49 points. The problem, they've just scored 38. Boy, you allow 49 points in 4 games, but you're 0-4. That's tough. Tough to get over that hurdle of winning. Parcells and company will one day. When we return, this guy's a winner, Marcus Allen. Could the Chiefs win against the Bears?
I was singing my favorite lullaby and dreaming about my next vacation. And there I was, face to face with a notorious gunslinger. I knew if he threw his gun at me, it was going to hurt. So I had to get out of town fast. Luckily, Dollar was there to save my hide. Yep, they're right on the airport with low rates all over the world. No wonder more folks are hitting the trail with Dollar than ever before. Once again, Dollar was quicker on the draw. And once again, they were right on the airport, right on the money.
Use a workmate on your next job. And you'll never want to work without it. Get the workmate, only from Black & Decker.
My dandruff and itch are awful. I'll try anything. Denorex tingles. Head & Shoulders doesn't.
Both have effective dandruff medicine, but Denorex has something extra that tingles.
That's why I started using Denorex. No flakes, no itch.
Denorex, the serious dandruff shampoo.
Watch as an NFL player provides a glimpse of his life inside. Presented by Sony Handicap.
Hi, I'm Reggie Cobb, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Watch me reel in my camera and catch my fishing trip on video. Well, here we are on the open sea. Myself, Reggie Cobb, Dave Moore, Ron Hall. How you doing? My name is Bill. There they go. Flipper, Flipper, and Flipper. We are learning how to catch bait by Dave and Ron. This is me. I just caught this first fish of the day. He is legal. Legal. Oh, my bad. I'm stalking you. What? It's like stealing candy from a wave. I got 2 or 3. I can't remember. As long as I get more than 1, I'm happy.
Tune in next week when another NFL star shows us his life inside.
That's some serious good fishing on the Gulf Coast of Florida. Was there this week. Well, now it's time to educate everybody, Robin, on what a donut game is. Last week, for example, the Chiefs had a big win against their arch-rival Raiders. Next week, they play the Buffalo Bills. So this week, a donut game. Into town come the lowly Chicago Bears. Easy pickings, right?
Yeah, time to make the donuts.
Yeah.
The chefs have proven they can win with Dave Craig at quarterback, winning 2 straight without Joe Montana calling the signals. The Bears headed to Arrowhead for the first time in about a dozen seasons to face their 3rd consecutive AFC West opponent, Arrowhead. Bears haven't been there since '81. Marty Schottenheimer 7-0 against the NFC Central since coming to the Chiefs in '89. Gets a break early. Bears' first drive, Jim Harbaugh's shovel pass is intercepted by Neil Smith, his 2nd INT of his career. And the Chiefs would take advantage. Marcus Allen. The 1-yard touchdown plunge, 7-0 Chiefs after 1. In the 2nd, Chiefs driving again. Marcus Allen again with a 13-yard gain, and he becomes the 10th player in NFL history to go over the 9,000-yard mark. Same drive. Craig airs it out this time, going for Willie Davis, but Donnell Wolford is called for the pass interference, TJ.
Yeah, you see Wolford here on the replay, gets downfield, and watch him get the arm out right there. And that's a no-no, Robin.
Definitely so. Same drive. Allen gets a touchdown from 7 yards out. 14-0 Chefs. Dave Wanstead says, you know, let's try that shovel pass again, shall we? Second quarter, Bears inside the 5. Harbaugh gets the shovel pass off to Ironhead down to the 1-yard line. But on 4th and goal, Harbaugh overthrows Chris Skegney in the end zone. They manage a couple of field goals, making it 14-6. If you're a Chiefs fan, you don't want to see Montana up in the booth. In the third quarter, 14-6 Chiefs. Tim Worley goes 25 yards untouched for the score. He got some help, TJ.
Yeah, you watch number 35 here, Ironhead. And he just leans on 2 people. They never get a chance to come off the block. Worley's gone for the TD.
The Bears had 190 yards on the ground, about 85 yards more than their average. Fourth quarter, Chiefs up by 2. Worley fumbles. Dale Carter recovers for an apparent, I said an apparent touchdown, but wait a minute. KC, offsides, no score. Schottenheimer is in trouble. Fourth quarter, 17-12 Chiefs in their own end zone. Craig's pass through the hands of Jonathan Hayes, and it is picked off by Jeremy Lincoln. In the second half, the Chiefs 7 possessions, leading to 4 punts and only 3 points. And then the Bears would try and pound it in late in the fourth. Ironhead, no. The large individual again, no. Would it be Ironhead a third time? No, he just leans on a couple of people for Neil Anderson. And the Bears win it 19-17. The Bears now 500 of the year, 5-5. The Chiefs suffer their first loss at Arrowhead this season. They fall to 7-3, and next Sunday, the Buffalo Bills come to town. That AFC West, very interesting.
Wild. More punts than points. Not good. So the Bears were kind of interested, Robin, in what was going on at Milwaukee today.
To say the least.
In the NFC Norris division. We said last week that Brett Favre to Sterling Sharp, under a minute to go, the bomb that set up the winning field goal for the Packers at the New Orleans Saints could loom as one of the largest plays in the season when you look back on it. It set up a situation where if Green Bay could defeat Detroit at Milwaukee, they would pull even closer in the NFC Central. They went in 2 games behind the 7-2 Lions. So here we go from County Stadium in Milwaukee. The Packers and the Lions. Brett Favre on the second play of the game, little swing pass to Edgar Bennett. And look at him. He takes the swing pass and nobody touches him. He's going to run till he's knocked out of bounds 36 yards later. 4 plays later, Darrell Thompson, stepping pretty fast, sweeps left, runs right over Ryan McNeil, 7 yards on the play. And Bennett made a touchdown a couple plays later, 7-0 Pack. Barry Sanders makes history in the first quarter, right up the gut, 15 yards, and Sanders joins Eric Dickerson and Tony Dorsett as the only 3 ever to gain 1,000 yards or more in each of his first 5 seasons. Nice going, Barry. 10-0 Packers, 11 minutes left in the second quarter. Good job by Matt Brock to seal the reverse, but Brett Perryman finds a hole of his own and goes up the middle for 16 yards. That drive sets this. Rodney Peete, color of money, Willie Green, outfights Bruce Pickens, scores 10-7. The Packs lead is cut to 3. And then Brett Favre makes a mistake.
Well, having his problems early here, you see Pat Swilling reading the quarterback. He's looking into the backfield. Brett never takes his eyes off the receiver. Pat makes a nice play on the ball. Good catch with his hands, not his body.
Mike Holmgren has seen Favre go up and down this year. It's 10-10 at the half. Second half kickoff, Derek Moore takes it and cuts toward the left side. Fights off a tackle. Then watch what he does to Doug Evans. The old-fashioned stiff arm. Get out of here. 68 yards on the return. 3 plays later. Play action. Pete to tie a yellow ribbon Howitt. Touchdown, 17-10 Lions. His second NFL reception is a big one. But Sterling Sharp.
Yeah, Brett Favre leading him back. Look, the catch, the hands, the feet in bounds. Great catch.
That's not his second NFL catch. Here's a big play by Dan Owens for a loss of 4 against Thompson. Favre, look at him get away from Pat Swilling. Look at him have the presence of mind to fire. Touchdown to Mark Clayton. Clayton then fires it down. The Packers are psyched. But a wild pair of penalties. Illegal receiver and unsportsmanlike conduct on Clayton. So 20 yards penalties. Then a sack by Swilling that was holding on the Pack. So they only get a field goal. And they trail at 17-16. Same score, Fonz's club up, 12.5 minutes to go. Favre to Mark Clayton. And look at that veteran go, wearing shades in frosty Milwaukee, down to the 21. Chris Jackie would hit a field goal, his 4th. It's 1917 Green Bay. Still 1970. Pete drops back. And Leroy Butler, not Buckley, it's been Butler that's been who's done it this year in the secondary for the Pack. And he returns it all the way down to the Detroit 14. Rodney wants that one back. They had won 4 in a row under Rodney Pete, but Bennett, the icing on the cake. Into the end zone, touchdown, 2 yards. Look at Favre made the toughest hit of the day on his own back. And the Packers stare the 17-10 deficit in the face, beat the Detroit Lions 26-17, so they moved to within 1 game of the first-place Lions. Favre, 24 of 33 for 259. Sharp didn't practice all week, caught 7 balls for 75. The Pack had over 400 yards, and the Lions had barely over 200 yards in the game. And, you know, Brett Favre has kind of had an up-and-down season, but lately, he's been up.
Well, I don't know if there's a quarterback who's more fun to watch than Brett Favre, or a guy who gets more excited than Brett Favre about playing the game. One of his main attributes, he did it last week against New Orleans Saints, this week against the Lions. He can play 3 inconsistent quarters and then show the poise in that 4th quarter to bring his team back for a win. You might not see that as an attribute in a 10-year veteran, but in a guy still growing with his ball club, that's a big plus. And for the Lions, you cannot understand Barry Sanders, 4 carries for 12 yards in the second half. They went away from their strength.
You know, Tommy, one day Favre will be an artist back there at quarterback, and I think that's what Mike Holmgren envisions as an ideal QB. But right now, he's kind of like a linebacker playing QB, but he keeps on plugging.
Yeah,
he misses a couple tackles, he comes back, and the Packers have come back to within 1 of the Detroit Lions. That's shaping up as an awfully interesting race all of a sudden with the Lions, Pack, Vikes, Bears. The Bears, boy, when they win, they just take the ball away, don't they? 15 takeaways in their 5 wins. When they lose, I guess they just don't take the ball away, do they? Only 3 takeaways. You take it away, you win. You give it, you lose. Kind of the opposite of Christmas, isn't it? But at any rate, this is a loss for Dallas. How long will it be? Emmett carted off. Not good. Cowboys bounce in a moment.
They are more precious than gold. Sweeter than the honey. They are more precious than gold. They make wine.
With 3 hours of breathtaking picture and sound on a single tape, and instant playback at the touch of a button, nothing portrays the moments that color our lives like a Sony Handycam camcorder. It's your life. Isn't it worth a Sony?
There are some tough birds in our division who love putting the ache to Aikman. And those people in Washington definitely believe in capital punishment. And even when things are going good, I remember there are still giants in New York. Do I think winning another Super Bowl is going to be easy? Get real.
Logo Athletic, authentic team apparel.
Don't you wish you could be this comfortable with all your decisions? Acura. Some things are worth the price.
Do you know this man? He's Jay West, winner of ESPN's 12-Man contest sponsored by McDonald's and Lee Jeans. Jay and his friends go to all the Chiefs away games. They meet the players and are right on the field for pre-game action.
Thanks, ESPN.
ESPN, where there's a game, there's always a winner.
Back in NFL primetime in Cleveland, it was time for the Browns to face the music. Their first home game since dumping local treasure Bernie Kosar. The dog pound was filled with Dobermans and a lot of Dallas number 18 jerseys. Today, the Browns really had 2 foes from the state of Texas. One, of course, the Cowboys, quarterbacked by Bernie Kosar far away in Atlanta. The other closer to home because the Oilers were in town in a battle of 2 5-4 teams. 1 game behind Pittsburgh. Bernie gone, but certainly not forgotten. Fans protest. 42 of the 53 players have changed since Belichick took over as a Browns coach. Todd Philcox, well, incomplete. And NAFTA, maybe they can help the Browns. The worst pass of the day on 1st and 10. Look at the wobbly, but Philcox, he completes it. Mark Carrier comes up with it. He smiles. Hey, maybe this is what we need to turn the worm, Tom.
Yeah, you watch this football wobble here. Chris, this is the kind that we shoot in practice, literally.
But it's complete. But Bill Belichick, not even that Natalie Clad anymore. 3rd and 4. He's under a lot of heat. And the game, well, Chris Dishman just takes it away from Patrick Rowe as the teams traded turnovers. Gary Brown fumbled. Browns have the ball. Houston, Warren Moon to Webster Slaughter. And it's stripped by Mike Johnson, the veteran. So could the Browns do something? Well, Phil Cox at the end zone, looking for Michael Slice and Tyson Jackson. But Marcus Robertson bakes the pick and goes up the sidelines. Moon stuck in the crowd. It's September. Rob Burnett gets it all in the first quarter. What is going on? No wonder this first half was one of the longest we've seen. 3-0 Browns into the first quarter. Moon, though, then says, all right, let's give it to Gary Brown and his band of renown. Great job last week in place of the injured Lorenzo White. Good job this week. 7-3 Oilers. Browns come back. Got Phil Cox wearing Brian Sipes' old number. He used to pull off miracles, but Chris Dishman pulls off his path, and he's going to return. Look at the moves that Dishman makes, the Pro Bowler, all the way down to the Cleveland 5. And who are you going to call? 1-800-BERNIE. Houston capitalizes. 2nd and goal. Moon to Curtis Duncan. Touchdown. 3rd of the year for Duncan. 14-3. That was Air Moon, not Air Belichick. But don't discount the Browns. Here's Phil Cox, really one of the fine offensive players in the game. How fine is he? Watch Eric Metcalf make the beautiful catch, and the Browns within 14-10. But Gary Brown was great, Tom.
Yeah, and you look at all the tools he has here. The power, he stays low to the ground, low center of gravity. Good burst up the field.
Brown again. A great day for him. 194 yards in his first 2 years. This is his 3rd year. He had only 172 combined. 8th year draft pick in 91 from Penn State. Todd Philcox trying to get the Browns back, but Marcus Robertson, look at me, I can play center field. His 2nd pick of the day. Hey, by the way, Philcox threw for 316 yards, first 300-yard game for the Browns in 2 years since Bernie Kosar did it. And then Philcox to Robertson, that connection was too good, Tom.
Yeah, going down the field here, and he's learning how difficult it is to throw in that red zone when you start getting down toward the goal line.
Well, Todd will get better. There's no question about that. And the Oilers actually are a team on a roll. They've won 5 in a row for the first time since 1980. They have almost owned the Cleveland Browns. Certainly, they've won 5 of the last 6 in Cleveland. And the Browns have now lost 5 of the last 7 after a very nice start. The Oilers beat the Browns 27-20, and the Oilers, given up for dead, are now 6-4. Well, while Phil Cox of the Browns struggled at home, what about Bernie Kosar? Well, he had to wait while Bobby Hebert, playing with a heavily wrapped right elbow, tried to throw it long for Atlanta. Very quickly, he figured that he wasn't going to throw it very accurately long, so we go the short route. A nice pass to the flanker screen to Michael Haynes, sets up a Norm Johnson field goal. He's been tremendous, Norm has. And he kicked it. Hebert shows the ball handling skill. The play fake, Mike Pritchard. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, and run! Hebert thought it could have gone for a long way, but he'll take the gain. And then he goes underneath to Pritchard. Makes a beautiful catch, beating Darren Woodson. Touchdown, 13-0 bounce. An upset in the brewing as they held the ball for over 24 minutes of the first half. Jimmy Johnson not used to that sort of offensive performance against his club. Why? Atlanta stacked up Emmitt Smith. 1 run, 1 yard. He caught 4 for 9. But then his day got even worse than the 10 yards of total offense. Lester Archibald, right there you see it, bangs into the right quadricep. We'll have more on that later. He was carted off. Not a good sign for Dallas. You know, they were 0-2 without him to start the year. So Hebert, the nice flanker screen, takes the punishment, Tom, and had his blockers set up nicely.
Yeah, this is textbook blocking by Chris Hinton as he comes out from that tackle spot. Look at him and look at Haynes. Wait on him to make the block and then make the break upfield.
And 2 plays later, Pritchard. Want to see a great catch? Look at the play he makes. His 2nd touchdown. 3 touchdown throws by Hebert. 20-0. The champs are getting robbed. Would Jimmy's hair be ruffled? Well, Kosar to Alvin Harper. Don't count those Cowboys out so fast. Down to the 1-yard line on 4th down. Boom. He's not in, though. On 4th down, Kosar to Scott Galbraith. And the Cowboys have pulled it within 20-7.
Yeah, this is something that always seems to work down around the goal line. The play-action fake and the tight end cross. Easy touchdown.
Well, after an ensuing penalty, got it to the 50. Why not try the kickoff on an onside kick? And Dallas comes up with it. The Cowboys are in business. Dallas drives inside the 5. And then look at Bernie, looking like Randall Cunningham. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Kosar. But there's a flag on the play.
You watch Michael Irvin here as he hooks Darnell Walker just long enough to get the call from the referee. He thought he let it go in time. He didn't.
So on 4th down, they go for it. The pass to Michael Williams stopped short of the goal line. Vinnie Clark on the tackle. Dion celebrating, but no, he'd have more to celebrate. The little pass, the hitch, go, and there he goes. It's prime time, prime time, prime time, prime time for 70 yards. A touchdown. Dion celebrates. Emmett watches. Falcons. Yeah, 3 of 4. Falcons. Are they in the playoff hunt? Falcons. Yeah, they're 4-1 with Dion. And they beat the Dallas Cowboys. They snap a 7-game winning streak by the Cowboys. Atlanta wins it 27-14. And afterward, Hebert, despite the bad elbow, certainly praised by his coach, Jerry Glanville.
He may be the only quarterback in the history of the league that he can pass for 300 yards. He can't throw one over 5 or 6 yards.
I want to thank all these so-called Falcons look-alike fans that came with Dallas Cowboy paraphernalia to come out and support the other team because they really gave us a lot of strength today. Tell them to come back next week and support Cleveland.
He was all fired up, wasn't he, Dion? The Falcons have won now 4 of 5, and all those with Dion back in the lineup. Bernie Kosar at times today, Tom, I thought I was watching Dan Quisenberry with the way he was submarining the ball.
Well, I think the Bernie Kosar saga, as you watch what Belichick did, it will continue. People will keep assessing this. You saw the sidearm delivery, the immobility in the pocket, all things that did not work in Cleveland. They have the possibility of working in Dallas because of the supporting cast. And for the Cowboys, the loss of Troy Aikman, the loss of Emmitt Smith, those 2 people out, they are just another good ball club in this league.
Well, of course, the Dallas Cowboys, the word on Emmett, a bruised right quadricep. He is walking around as the flight went home to Dallas after the game. Remember, Dallas has the short week. They play at home Thursday against Miami. Right now, he's listed as questionable, but walking around, that's a good sign because the Cowboys well know that in games that he's not around, or at least for all of it, they're 0-3. There's another running back in Texas that did a heck of a job today. Gary Brown and his band of renown almost got 200 today. In his 2 starts, he's gotten 360 in relief of Low White, who in 8 starts rushed for just 465. Oilers running and throwing. They're in first place. The Oilers are in first place. The Fridge. His place is in the middle of the line. Could he stuff the Giants?
Recently, at a big building in a big room, some of the country's biggest bureaucrats gathered together to resolve a big issue. Will the big chunks on new Pizza Hut Chunky-style pizza mean big taste? I predict it will taste the same.
I predict it will taste better.
I think we should do a field study with 10,000 people. Which led to an even bigger idea.
I think we should just eat it.
Excellent idea.
Big chunks do mean big taste. New Chunky-style pizza from Pizza Hut. An idea so big. Really big. Even a bureaucrat can see it.
Still fly with Michael Jordan. All the excitement of the Jordan career is captured in this exclusive collection, the Michael Jordan Thrill Pack. Free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated, the magazine that gets you into sports like no one else. The Thrill Pack includes 2 free videos, Come Fly With Me 91 and Michael Jordan Airtime. Come fly with Michael to his early days in North Carolina and stay way up with the NBA and the original Slam and Jam and excitement. In Airtime, you go behind the scenes to see what it's like to be Michael Jordan as his championship dreams come true. Your Thrill Pack also includes this special collector's edition of Sports Illustrated. It's full-color excitement celebrating 3 seasons at the top. Get 54 issues of Sports Illustrated for only $1.39 an issue. Save over 52% off the cover price. For quicker delivery, use your credit card. Don't miss this big 3-pack Thrill Pack. It's the only way to fly. There is nothing in the world like Sports Illustrated. Get into it.
Welcome back to NFL Primetime. The Buffalo Bills, they were whitewashed, a rare whitewash for them Monday night, Robin, against the Pittsburgh Steelers, but they were coming home where they usually do well.
Yes, they do, especially against the Colts. You know, it was a short week for the Buffalo Bills, and they were pretty banged up coming off their loss to Pittsburgh Monday night, but they usually feel better after playing the Colts, especially at home. The Colts had lost 5 straight at Rich Stadium, and Ted Marchibroda bringing in a battered defensive line of his own. They played well early, but the Bills wore them down. Jim Kelly, the former Colt, Bill Brooks, for 31 yards, helped the Bills get into scoring position. But at the 2-yard line, Kelly, who did start despite being knocked out of the game Monday, is picked off by Ray Buchanan. But then, on the very next play, Jeff George back in the end zone. He is blindsided by Henry Jones for the safety. Bills trail 6-2 in the second. Bills fans looking for some action. They would get it from who? Thurman Thomas delivers with a 20-yard run up the middle, and that would lead to a 1-yard touchdown run by Kenneth Davis to put the Bills in front by a score of 9-6. On the ensuing kickoff, Clarence Verdun with the ball. He's hit from behind by Richard Harvey. He fumbles. The Bills recover. A typical play for the Bills defense, TJ.
Yeah, and this becoming an art form, Robin, in this league, chopping the ball out from behind, as Harvey does right here on Verdun.
Then 2 plays later, Kelly finds Brooks in the end zone. A 23-yard touchdown, 16-6 Bills for Mr. Kelly. Just another day at Rich Stadium. 274 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jeff George, he would try to lead a comeback. He fires to Jesse Hester, but it's low and ruled incomplete, TJ. What do you say?
Yeah, this would not have been overruled by replay even last year. This is a good call by the official.
And the Colts would settle for a field goal. Late in the fourth, Colts are threatening, but Bruce Smith is there to sack Jeff George for a big loss. The Bills stymied the Colts inside the red zone. They were inside the 11-yard line 5 times. No touchdowns, only 3 field goals. Bills win 23-9. Tight end Keith McKellar with a 13-yard touchdown reception in his first start of the season. Thurman Thomas cracks the top 20 all-time rushing list. He had 116 yards. The 6th time this season he's reached the century mark. The Bills moved to 8-2. Jesse Hester caught 7 balls for 97 yards. The Bengals and the Jets, that means Boomer would face his old mates. It also means the 25th anniversary of Super Bowl III. Broadway Joe was there. First drive of the game, the current Jets QB, Boomer Esiason, hits Chris Burkett for a 10-yard gain, and Esiason, the all-time leading left-handed passer, surpassing Kenny Stabler. Start of the second quarter, Jets down by 3, 3rd down. Boomer hits Johnny Johnson, who runs to the 20. Same drive, 3rd and 4. Boomer over the middle to Rob Moore for the first down. Then 3rd and 3, again to Moore for the first down. They missed the next 3rd down, but on 4th and 1, Boomer sneaks it in for the first. Then Brad Baxter rustles his way to the end zone from 5 yards out. 7-3, Jets in the lead. Bobby Houston fired up. Good reason. That drive lasted 11 minutes, going 94 yards, 19 plays. David Shula knew his team was in trouble. Still in the second, Esiason hits Johnny Johnson. This one goes for 54 yards. He's finally brought down the Bengals 5. And how'd that play develop, TJ?
Well, this is a good call by Coach Coslett, and this is the matchup you want. J.J. on a linebacker in a dead sprint down the field. That's most times going to result in a big gain.
Well, there was one highlight for the Bengals. David Klingler lost it in the corner of the end zone. And watch Jeff Query. He's doing his job. His second touchdown in as many weeks. A great catch. Bengals within 7. Then 8 seconds left in the game. Jets have to punt. Louis Aguiar tries to run out the clock. He thinks there's no time left. But wait, look, there's a second left. The Jets are guilty of holding on the play. So the Bengals took the safety, forced the Jets to kick off. You know, Bruce wasn't happy about that. The last second took more than 5 minutes to play, but the Jets hang on 17-12 to win their 4th in a row. They haven't done that since '86. Boomer, 17-26 for 192. David Klingler was sacked 4 times as the Bengals remain the only winless team in the NFL, 0-10.
They had that game with the P-men.
I knew you were going to
bring
that up.
Those old Jets uniforms, number 29.
It was great to see the
Big
helmets.
Turner, Mark Smolinski, number 30, Pete Lamons, number 87. I thought I was watching the old Jets of '68. But these Jets are doing quite fine. As for the New York Giants, who share the same stadium when they're home, they're doing quite fine, too. They're 6-3. They go to Philadelphia, and the Eagles had lost 5 in a row. But one thing about the Eagles, they've got one trick left. They usually beat the Giants at the Vet. They've won 5 in a row going into today, and Dan Reeves knows no part of that. It weren't his teams. Herschel, with a scoreless game, rips off a big run, tipping his way down the sidelines. Then on 4th down, it's a fake. Jeff Philadelphia Feagles will try and run on 4th and 7 down to the 15. The measurement just short. Kotite's gamble does not work, Tom.
Yeah, you watch the replay here. It's a good, solid fake. Jeff Feagles gets around, but Greg Jackson makes the nice read and the nice, solid open field tackle.
Eagles playing some good D. You know they can do that. Eric Allen on a quarterback blitz. It's a fumble, but look at that little Megan fall on the football. Then the Giants drive. Britt Hager with the tip and the pick. And he almost goes all the way, but Hampton saves the day. Kenny O'Brien started. He hasn't won. The Eagles quarterback. Bailey and Miller do the sack. Scoreless at the half in a scintillating game. Second half, O'Brien out, Bubby in. Maybe Bubby can save the day for the Eagles. Early third quarter. Brister to Mark Bavaro, hurting his old mates. Sets up a Matt Barr. Speaking of old mates' field goal, it's 3-0 Eagles. But Sims to Meggett for 50 yards, and
look at that little Meggett run.
And that sets up early in the fourth quarter. Same drive. Sims to Mark Jackson. First touchdown pass for Sims in 18 quarters, Tom. But the pump fake used by the veteran.
Yeah, the veteran quarterbacks, you see the pump right there. And look at Eric Allen bite it. Mark Jackson behind the defense. Easy touchdown.
7-3 Giants, 4th and inches. Bubby falls down. Hebron falls down. Next Giant drive. Rodney Hampton. It's a fumble. Mike Flores recovers. The Eagles are alive. Bubby on 4th and 4. The heave. Through the hands of James Lofton. O'Brien 4 of 12. Bubby 9 of 20. The Eagles have lost 6 in a row since Randall went out after that 4-0 start. And the Giants sweep the Eagles for the first time since 1987. Oh, by the way, their 7-3 mark ties them with Dallas back atop the NFC East. Redskins at the Rams. Two teams that used to be good. They're both 2-7 going in. And Richie Pettibone trying to get things going for the Skins. They've lost 6 straight on the road, and he's changed his starter. Ripping out Rich Gannon, and he hits Raleigh McKenzie in the head. Mo Elanaweeby catches it. It's a new combination, the Gannon to Elanaweeby. I don't think it'll replace Theismann to Monk. At any rate, Jim Everett not much better. Was no good to Todd Kinchin, then over the head of Henry Eller. And then between Detroit Drayton and Todd, Kinchin splits the defense perfectly. Everett 12 of 20, 101 yards. And in the third quarter, what do the fans want? Get out of here. That's what they want. And they get their wish. T.J. Rubley Tuesday enters in the third quarter with the Rams down 6-0. Rubley flushed out. Does a good job. And throws and hits the tight end. Pat Carter wide open. Carter rumbling, bumbling, stumbling for 39 yards. Next play. Rubley to another tight end. Little younger version. Good job of the reverse tight end screen. And look at him run. Look at Drayton move, 25 yards, touchdown. His second TD of the year, and the Rams have a 7-6 lead. Tom?
Yeah, tight end screen, tight end fall stall. The tight end is told to get lost in the traffic. There he goes down on all fours, gets lost in traffic. Basic screen on the other side. Good blocking downfield. Clear pass to the end zone.
The Rubley 3 of 3 on the drive. The Rams have the lead. 2 drives later, Rubley continues his magic. And thanks to a man that they call Flipper Anderson. Makes the catch, takes it deep. Zendejas a field goal. The Rams lead at 10-6. But the Redskins driving up the field. Their final shot. Get in! No. Picked off by Michael Stewart at the 3. And another loss for the Skins, who just fall again to 2-8. It's their first regular season loss at the Rams. Admittedly, they don't play every year, but their first regular season loss at the Rams since 1949. And the Rams snapped their 5-game losing streak. Inside the numbers we go, 100-yard rushers. We almost had a 200-yard rusher today. Gary Brown. He was great for the Oilers. Thermal had his usual 100. Mark Higgs had 100 in the Dolphins win. And Rodney Hampton had 100 in the Giants win. You run, you win. When we return, Steelers look great Monday night. But now they leave Three Rivers and they go into Mile High, where they be sky high or 20,000 leagues beneath the sea.
Do you know what you need to know about managing your money? Take the Wall Street Journal Personal Finance Test and find out. How can you correct an inaccurate credit rating? Why are April and October the most popular months for buying CDs? How long is a personal check valid? You'll find the answers in this free book, The Wall Street Journal Guide to Understanding Personal Finance. The guide is filled with information, from financing your new car to refinancing your home. There's even information on how to lower your taxes. It's yours free when you subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. Every business day, the Wall Street Journal gives you the news, analysis, and insights you need to make the right decisions for your business, your career, your future. Subscribe now to the Wall Street Journal. Take advantage of this introductory offer. Get 10 weeks of the Journal for just $36 and your free copy of the Guide to Personal Finance. Call 800-258-2700. That's 800-258-2700.
Are you ready?
Two teams with a rich playoff past in the AFC thinking about a playoff future. Met at Mile High Stadium, the Steelers and the Broncos. And, Tom, you remember that sight, the horse, with the horse being today. But Leroy Thompson, who had done a great job for Barry Foster in relief Monday Night Fumbles, but the ball bounces right back into his hands. Steelers threatening, but, oh, that mile-high magic. Get inside the 5, and you always fumble. Braxton recovers the Thompson fumble.
Yeah, you see Thompson here headed toward the goal line. This time, no one hits him. Just got that ball caught up in those thigh pads and dropped it on the ground.
John Elway having one of the best years, if not the best he's had. Elway to Reggie Johnson for 29 yards. Elway boom, to Derek Russell for 17. Elway off his back foot. Russell floats down the left sideline, 26 yards. Leads to Robert Del Pino leaping into the end zone. 95-yard drive against the top defense in the NFL. 10-0 Denver. Bill Cowher powerless, at least thus far. Denver's defense. Ryman Simon Fletcher with the sack, Tom.
Yes, he did. And look at Carl Mecklenburg here go by 2 defenders to get the sack. Broncos recovering and getting pressure on the quarterback.
Elway doesn't let up. Watch him look off one, then bomb it. Shannon Sharp with a beautiful catch, and nobody's touched him. Get up, run. He's down to the 15. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's in the ball. It's a fumble. And then Derek Russell, it's a touchdown. They ruled the ball was not down to the ground. He fumbled before he was out.
Yeah, this great coverage by the Steelers corner, Deion Figures, but look at the concentration by Sharp, and then the presence of mind to get up and get moving toward the goal line, switch the ball to the outside. A lot of things done right on that play.
Some good-looking pictures in the first half for Elway and company as the Broncos lead at 20-0. The Steelers have come from behind before. Dwight and the Family Stone is hardly everyday people with that catch. Leads to a field goal at 20-3. Denver storms out. Wade got rid of the bad hat. That's why they're winning. Robert Del Pino, nice change of direction, goes 14 yards down to the 2. Then Del Pino bowls in from the 1, 27-3. The Broncos suing kickoff. Abe Woodson looking to make a big play, but run. Fumbles! Reggie rolling on the Rivers recovers for the Broncos. Elway throws into the end zone. Big Johnson! Oh, man, Vance. Elway. They were in sync. They just destroyed the Steelers, which looked like a Super Bowl team Monday night. Sunday, they look like another team at Mile High. Denver has won 21 of the last 25 at Mile High as they just romped the Steelers 37-13. Elway on the day, 18 of 25 for 276. Denver winning, they knew that the Chiefs had lost. What about the Raiders and the Chargers? Moving up in the AFC West. Hoss had a 400-yard day when these two clubs met 3 weeks ago. 2nd and 11, Jeff Hostetler to James Jett. Takes it away from 2 Chargers for 51 yards.
Yeah, you watch Jett here come off the line. He blows by Darian Gordon, the cornerback. The great concentration over the middle, and then takes the ball away from the safety coming over.
So the Raiders with a rocket and a jet. John Freeze won a couple of games, looked good as a starter, but he had his troubles today. Incomplete to Sean Jefferson. Then a play action. No. And Freeze looking left, and no. Problems of another sort in the person of number 75, Howie Long. Hello. I'll be back, he says. Freeze flushed out of the pocket. Who's there? Howie Long with the sack. So, as we advertised on game day, if Freeze stumbled, Stan Humphries would be in. John was only 3 of 8 today for 38 yards. Meanwhile, the Raiders not scoring a lot, but boy, Hostetler liked his hookup with James Jett. Out pattern 13 yards in the first half. Jett caught 6 for $126. The Chargers offense total had 69 yards, 2 Mick Jagger field goals, and the Raiders led it 6-0 at the half. Humphrey's first appearance since week 6. But Humphrey's Dumpties had a great fall as Greg Townsend falls on him. Then it's Chester McLaughlin, moves well for a big man, Tom.
Yeah, and you'll see here Sean Jefferson sliding to the outside. James Trapp gives him a little contact. But they made the interference call on Jefferson. That negated a 44-yard pass play.
So the Raiders get the break. Hoss back in business. Blaze Winter gets him, but Hoss delivers anyway. Hostetler with the strength to get to Ethan Horton.
And you're talking about the right thing, Chris. Look at the strength to throw with the defender right on his back.
Hoss is taking a beating this year, but you know he's tough. And he gets up and watch him, number 81, Tim Brown. And Brown comes back to help out his quarterback. Nice job. Art Shell looking to get the Hoss and company in the end zone. They don't do it. The Chargers 12-7. But, boy, they just can't score a touchdown. They get the touchdown late. But it's not nearly enough. And the Raiders, beaten 3 weeks ago by the Chargers up in the Mausoleum this time, beat the San Diego Chargers 12-7. So the Raiders at 6-4. They pull along with Denver, 1 game behind the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chargers with a tough stumble. So that AFC West. And the Denver Broncos, can you figure this out? And the Steelers, too,
Well,
Tom.
I think as you look at the Steelers, the Bills, the Broncos, all of those teams show great resiliency. They can lose a game badly and come back and play well the next week. But I think the question as we head toward the final stretch of this season now and into the playoffs is what AFC team can string together 3 games where they can play well against quality competition and get to Atlanta.
It was a weird day for sure. It'll be a while yet before we sort out that AFC. And actually, if Emmett's injury is anything, it could be a while before we sort out the NFC. Our honor roll of 300-yard passers, Todd Philcox heads the list. Although he doesn't, he's put in a tough spot in Cleveland. He did his best. He was picked off 4 times. 100-yard receivers, Jet and Carrier. 1 won, 1 lost. When we return, our game balls. Everyone in the NFL waits for us to dole them out every week. We'll be back.
It's the story of Jack, the Great Pumpkin King, and 4 cool new watches at Burger King. To get a watch for $1.99 from the everyday value menu, order each time. New lower prices on food that's delicious, and see Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. 4 watches to choose from. Isn't that fine? Each one is different for $1.99. Watches from Burger King, just 1 more case of everyday value. I love this place.
Hi. Is this space taken?
No.
Then I'll sit down.
You want a Bud Light?
Not yet.
Hey, wait a minute. That's my Bud Light.
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
How about a little help here?
Now it's time for our primetime players. This Sharp doesn't get as much pub as his brother Sterling, but Shannon was certainly sharp. You saw this play when he made the dive, had the presence of mind to get up and keep going. Watch it again, the focus and the run. And even when he gets interfered with, I mean, he's out of bounds here, but look at the concentration. Caught 4 for 80, was shaken up, did a great job. Pro Bowler last year. No one knows him. Maybe this year everyone will. Shannon Sharp gets my game ball, Rob.
Well, Boomer, the Chiefs, of course, disappointed with their loss to the Bears, but Marcus Allen did his part in this 13-yard carry. Put him over 9,000 for his career, only the 9th back to do that. He had 2 touchdowns on the day. He now has 107 touchdowns in his career. He's 6th on that all-time list, and there you see his numbers, close to 100 yards in all-purpose yards today, TJ.
And Robin, everyone knows the brilliance of prime time. The guy on the other side would be under the microscope. That's Darnell Walker. He got to cover Alvin Harper on the day. Here you see him breaking up a one-on-one pass and then bringing down Emmitt Smith in the open field. He stood steady in the face of that Dallas Cowboy pressure. There you see 3 passes defended, 3 tackles, 2 assists. Good day for the rookie out of Oklahoma. We'll be back.
The Bowflex Pro, rated superior to Nordicflex and Soloflex by Consumer Reports. Call Bowflex right now for your free comparison video. And you'll see why Bowflex is simply your best choice. Bowflex is faster and easier to use. Bowflex is more effective and offers about twice as many exercises than other machines. Bowflex is more affordable and is backed by a lifetime warranty. So go ahead, call right now and ask for your free comparison video. And we'll also send you this free brochure that will help you get all the facts. And you can make your own comparison. Bowflex is simply better, it's more effective, easier, and more affordable. All you have to do is pick up the phone and let us show you why Bowflex is the right machine for you. Go ahead, make your own comparison, and call Bowflex right now.
NFL Primetime has been brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers, who reminds you, friends know when to say when.
Football action continues here on ESPN. 90 minutes tomorrow night with Mike and the gang. Big game atop the NFC West. The Saints at the Niners. We'll dissect it on Prime Monday. And, of course, every Sunday at noon Eastern Time and every Sunday at 7 Eastern Time, game day in Prime Time. Get you set and review what happens next week in Lucky Week 13. Hey, next week, guess what? A big one. The 2 teams tied atop the AFC Central. The Steelers and the Oilers, each at 6-4 from the Dome. That's next Sunday here on ESPN. It was a wild day, certainly, Week 12 of the NFL. How wild was it? Well, the 2 leaders, the co-leaders in the NFC West, obviously Saints and Niners, did not play. The 2 co-leaders in the AFC East, Buffalo and Miami, all won. But the other 4 leaders, the AFC Central, Pittsburgh, AFC West, Kansas City, NFC East,
Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. The show the pros watch, Inside the NFL, with your hosts, Len Dawson, Nick Bonacotti, and Chris Collinsworth.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's show. All of us at HBO Sports would like to say have a very happy Thanksgiving weekend. I would like to say thank you very much to my friends Nick and Chris for coming to my city, Kansas City, to do this week's show.
Like we